What's up, Gym Free Athletes? You saw the title of the video. You know what we're talking about. 3 movements to make your squat deeper and better. And we like to make that distinction because sometimes it can be tempting to go deeper in the squat, but sacrifice form. So today, we're gonna be working on not only some stretches that are gonna help you get deeper in your squat, but also some drills that will actually make your squat feel more connected and solid so that you can potentially load your squat if that's what you're looking to do, some barbell squats, kettlebell work, or just feel more comfortable and confident resting in your deep squat. This first exercise is all about the rotation of the hips. In a deep squat, you need a lot of both internal and external rotation. And so this drill is designed to work on both at the same time. For this exercise, you're gonna need something to sit on. If you are not quite as flexible, you're gonna want something fairly high, a couch or a chair. And if you're a little more flexible, you can experiment with going lower or potentially even doing this on the ground. So, we're gonna start out standing. We're moving to one side, so you'll have whatever you're gonna sit on off to the side we're working on. We'll start out in a horse stance-like position. Now, here's the key. The wider you go, the more challenging this is, so I recommend starting a little more narrow. We're gonna make the feet face more forward. So it doesn't mean they have to be like exactly forward, but we definitely don't want them splayed out like this. More forward. And then we're gonna open the hips by squeezing the butt. Squeeze your butt to rotate your knees out as best you can. And then we're gonna try and keep that rotation as we sit down to our object on one side. Use your hands as you need, whatever feels good for you. And then we come to sitting. Bam. Notice my knee didn't cave in. I kept that open hip the entire time. You may feel some stretching here. That would all be really good. Stretching is good, but the main thing we're looking for is staying really active in that hip to keep the hip open. Now once we're here, we've sat down. From here, we're gonna work on internal rotation. So we drop the knee inwards, trying to keep the pelvis facing forward. It may turn a little bit, that's okay, but generally facing more forward. And we can do this anywhere from 1 to 5 times. You'll notice as you move through internal rotation here, it'll clear up some space for you. So the first one may feel a little clunky, but by that 3rd or even 5th rep, it'll start to feel a little better. And each time, squeeze your butt to get that hip back open. And then when we're ready, we're gonna stand back up. So get back over that foot and come back. And we'll do that anywhere from 5 to 10 reps. Usually we'll do one side first and then do the other side. This next exercise is all about learning how to pull yourself deeper into your squat. Now, a lot of times we think of a squat as giving into gravity. We're just kind of sinking down towards the ground. But a good squat actually involves you coordinating that by using muscles to pull you down towards the ground. So keeping your core active, keeping the front of your hip active, even the fronts of your shins to pull your knees forward. So this next exercise is gonna teach you how to use all those muscles together to pull you into a nice and deep squat. And this is especially good for the ankles if you have stiff ankles. So we're gonna start out in a squat, but we're gonna start out up on the toes, okay? Now, we're gonna try to pull the heels towards the ground. And what I want you to think about is how can I stay upright, nice and long in the torso, and try not to compensate by leaning too far forward, okay? So we're gonna pull the heels towards the ground, stay nice and upright. Don't let the feet spin out. And then if you make it to the ground, great. Now try and even pull your toes off the ground. And then we'll come back up. And so what you should be feeling is all these muscles on the front of the hip, the core, the back of the leg and the front of the shin, all contracting to pull yourself deeper into this position. We're gonna do 5 to 10 reps. And if you're doing it right, you should feel a decent burn in all of those muscle groups. And if that one seems too challenging for you, just grab onto something sturdy in front of you and do the same exact exercise. It should make you feel a lot more comfortable doing this. This third exercise wraps all of the concepts we've worked on into one exercise. We're gonna get some mobility out of it, and we're also gonna get a lot of control, and we're really just gonna practice squatting deep and well, which is what you're here for. So we're gonna need something heavy, low to the ground. A kettlebell, a heavy kettlebell or dumbbell works really well, but you can also just grab onto anything that's not gonna move. Okay, so something sturdy. We're gonna start out standing, grab onto that object, and then we're gonna slowly pull ourselves into the deepest squat possible with the feet facing more forward, just like we worked on in that first one. So don't let your feet turn out a bunch. Feet facing more forward. We're gonna pull deep into the bottom of the squat, working on that opening of the hips and the pulling of all those muscles we worked on in that second exercise. Pulling the knee forward, pulling from the back of the leg, pulling with the core and the hip flexors to drive those hips down and forward. And then we're gonna try and pull the top of the head up towards the sky to really get nice and upright with the torso, nice stacked rib cage. And then from here, we're gonna try and slowly let go of the object and see if we can maintain our position. And this is quite challenging. You gotta really squeeze into this position, hold for about 5 seconds, and then stand up. We'll do that anywhere from 5 to 10 reps. And if you're looking for an extra challenge, instead of letting go, when we get to the bottom here, pull ourselves deep, 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 deep. And if you have a kettlebell or a dumbbell, go ahead and lift it up off the ground, maintaining your posture, and stand up. Perfect preparation if you're gonna be doing some loaded squatting. If you're doing these exercises well, you should see a very short-term benefit. You should be able to squat deeper and feel more comfortable in your squat after one round of these. If you want those changes to be permanent though, you should do these for 3 sets and potentially do them 2 to 3 times a week. That's how you're gonna make a lot of forward progress to make lasting change. You can also use these exercises just to prepare your squat for an activity that maybe will involve squatting, like doing barbell squats, or if you're gonna play a sport or something where you know you're gonna be needing to be low to the ground. Super helpful to warm up with these exercises. All right, thank you for joining us today. We wanted to shoot this video outside, but it's the first day of winter in Colorado. We've got snow and probably having to do a lot more videos inside, so you'll see us back here. Please leave comments of what you'd like to see us talk about. And of course, we're a new channel, so we appreciate all the likes, all the subscriptions, even a notification bell here and there. We appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next video. Who needs a gym when you could just work out at home, I guess?